Hey, what's up, Grace? Where are you? Are you okay? MJ, I don't know what's going on, Grace said. I can't get to the airport. All the roads are blocked and barricaded. She didn't necessarily sound like she was panicking, but there was definitely worry in her tone.
I was panicking.
Okay, I'm coming in to McDonald's. Do you think you can get to the Tanger outlets? I heard a Lord help us. Then the engine rev. Then Grace said, yes, I'm on 85 South now. She was parked at the Steak and Shake, top down and sipping a green smoothie when I pulled up. After 5 minute discussion on whose ride to take, we were off in my old Chevy. I've won, not because her Fiat had full coverage and my old Chevy didn't, but because I chose scissors to her paper and then rock to her scissors. What are we going to do about Bo? Grace asked. Doesn't his flight arrive in an hour? Bo is ahead of us, I said, shaking my head. He saw this coming and changed his ticket to Nashville before he took off from Lisbon. I'm going to I-75 North, then 675, so we were able to skirt around the east side of the city, avoiding the problem area. By the time we merged back on the I-75 North, Grace had shucked her peak flats and had her pretty pink toes up on my windshield. Grace, dear, would you would you see if there are any flights from here tonight from Nashville to Topeka? That's what I'm doing now, dear, she said with a wink. But it's not looking good. There's nothing to Kansas. Looks like the closest we can get is St. Louis. And that flight doesn't leave until lunch tomorrow. But that ain't no good. We just as well drive it ourselves in that case. Yippee! Grace squealed. Road trip. My phone started ringing as we entered Berryfield Airport to pick up Bo. Grace was already on the phone with him. He'd arrived over an hour ago and had been passing time at 3K. Hey, Hank, look. Oh, I'm in the film. I ain't gonna make it in the mail. Hank was excited. I couldn't get word in. How we gonna commandeer another hot air balloon? Y'all ain't even here. We got it. Okay, I seen you. Said, MJ, get over here. MJ, get over here. Can't be see you. Yes, I got it, Greg. Hey, can I call you back? Now's not the best time. Hank said, no problem, dog, and hung up. I murdered and came to a stop in front of Gate B. O tossed his bags in the back and Grace scooted to the middle to give him room. How was your flight? Just about cast my teeth in here and stayed in Lisbon. I'm afraid things are going to get worse here before they get better. Lord, I hope not, Grace said and bowed her head. So we rode the next few minutes inside. After I glanced over and saw her eyes open, I called Hank back and told him we weren't going to make it. Hot air balloon. Nasty. Much trouble until we did arrive. We were currently over 10 hours from Topeka, and that was without any stops. So there was no sense in killing ourselves to get there. It was 6 p.m., and all three of us were traveling either by auto or plane since early morning. Those Gray and both quickly seconded my motion to drive a couple hours and then stop and get some rest. So we did. After a quick bite at the Waffle House across the street, we all retired to our separate rooms at the Holiday Inn Express in Mount Vernon, Missouri. I heard Blanca come to life. There's no mistaking the sound of her 350 cubic inch V8. But I must have been sleeping good because it wasn't until she backed out with the stop that I opened my eyes. Blanca! I was out of the bed and outside in a second, but she was already.
Y'all can see his truck out there. Blanca's actually out there.
She slowed just enough not to take out the next stop sign, then disappeared around the corner. I ran back inside and grabbed the phone. Her keys were laying right there beside me. God, I hope they didn't bust the window. Surely I'd have heard them. I noticed it was locked. I checked twice. It must be used again. I opened the app with her tracker. She slows to 40 miles per hour now, and it looked like she was headed northwest. I pulled my pants on and ran down to Bo's room. Bang, bang, bang. Bo, wake up, I hollered. Blanca's been truck now. Grace came out of her room first. Hair so wild, I actually did a double.
My hair was fine.
Right down the situation. She scowled and disappeared back inside. Bo opened up his door with a big yawn. Blanca's the ass. Someone has stolen my truck, I clarified, just as Grace returned with a pink scarf around her head. My phone dinged, so I checked her location. She stopped, I said, and dashed back toward the room to get ready. The gang followed, but we opened. MJ, Grace said as she entered my room behind me. What are you doing? Shouldn't we call the police? I'm going after her, I said, just putting on the shoes.
Bye.
It's always better than to call the police in situations like this. I checked my phone again. She's only 6 miles away and still parked. You got a tracking device on an 87 Custom Deluxe?
He does. He really does.
Yeah, I said with a shrug. Thanks,
It's also 80 degrees in this barn.
and we were in luck. There was a car just 2 minutes away. So I looked and told them to get dressed if they were coming. Both disappeared and were back again before I knew it. And in another 5 minutes, we were headed to 1137 West 10th Street. The Uber driver had been totally fine with dropping us at the end of the clock. Actually, now that I think about it, he seemed to be rather in a hurry to get out of there. Anyway, I could see the address from the corner. I couldn't see Blanca, but there was an old broken down fence around the property. But I could see the dot blinking on the ash, so I knew she was sitting behind the fence. Grace said, I wish Hank were here. Bo and I both looked at her.
We did need him.
And made a silent oath to make sure we didn't let her down. Just then, a flash of light sparks flew up into the air, and a puff of black smoke arose from what could only be a fire barrel. So there was at least one person outside with the truck. Okay, y'all, I'm going in to get a better look, I told them in a hushed voice. Just hang here and let me survey the situation. This is a bad idea, MJ, Bo said. If we know where the truck is, maybe we should just call the police. I just want to get a peek. I'll be right back, I said, and left before they could protest. I crept down the sidewalk, moving quickly from shadow to shadow like a tomcat on the prowl. I found a good vantage point behind the train.
He was not that graceful.
Across the street from the entrance of the property. There was a gate, but it was leaning against the sidewalk, and there were two men standing around a fire barrel warming their hands. Not that it was cold, but fire barrels just draw you in, if you know what I mean. I heard the bearded one say, this is going to bring a wad of cash. Jimmy's always looking for a square body as he slapped his co-conspirator on the back. And with those words, I forgot all about telling Bo and Grace that I was just going to take a peek. I rushed
And it's true. And we were just like right there, like, what's going on?
the rickety wood fence long, but careful not to lean against it. I was now less than 20 feet from Blanca and the two men. She could probably tell, but the truck thieves were none the wiser. Bo caught my eye, and then he was waving me down, so I gave him a motion to call the cops by swirling my hand and then put my call sign up. He gave me a thumbs up, and Grace started dying. Just then, I heard one of the guys say, I'm going to grab another natty. You want one? The other one said, yeah, but then he started coming towards me. He was no further than 5 feet from the fence.
It was scary.
Starting to relieve himself. Seizing the opportunity, I darted from behind the fence and ran toward Blanca, key in hand. What the thief said as he stumbled backwards mid-pit. He didn't have a chance. By the time he had his pants zipped up and hollering for his buddy, I had Blanca in reverse and backed out into the street. She laid a black mark on the pavement and we found full, then locked up the brakes at the stop sign. Grace jumped into the front passenger seat. Both
Always.
stood as he leaped into the truck bed. I thought you was just.
Well, he's a spry old
They said,
guy.
you've obviously been spending too much time with Mr. Cotton. Well, we got Blanca back, didn't we? Grace just being the satisfied smile and saying, Topeka Bud.
Woo!
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate y'all listening to the dream.
Hey, Hank, MJ. I'm not sure who I'm talking to. Hey, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah,
Oh, we're live?
we're live.
What's up, y'all?
Say, hey, um, is there somewhere that someone can read this story other than on Substack? Where else could they read Topeka?
SouthernRidersGuild.com, and they can buy Port Tales book on Amazon. It is available on Amazon.
That's our new release. Just came out today.
Absolutely. Today is the debut of Porch Tales.
All right.
While it's hot.
All right. Is that good?
That's good. I think that's good.
All right. We're out. Bye, y'all.